What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and this one I want to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvidia, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. Talk about more data that's coming out and give you guys a very quick update on the markets. But let me first say that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 of them, and the offer ends in just a couple of weeks. Anyways, for the market, SPY has this very important range. It's been going back and forth for the past 2 days, besides the big gap down we got since CPI. So we'll have to watch and see what the reaction is from here moving forward. But I also want to talk about some data that's coming up before I break down the charts. So as you guys know, in about 45 minutes, we have the 4-week and 8-week bill auctions coming out. This could cause some volatility, so watch and see what move this causes. And after that, we have Collins from the Fed giving a speech, which could be kind of important. Besides that, we do have more reports coming up, but everything else is going to be kind of minor, except for another bond auction at 1 p.m. and then Bostic from the Fed giving a speech at 1:30. I'll focus more on those a little bit later. For now, we're just going to be looking at this data right over here as we have the 4-week and 8-week bill auctions coming out and more Fed speakers moving forward. So watch for some volatility at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll have to see how things go from there. But anyways, let's talk about the market. How are things looking? Once again, SPY is in this range. We have resistance at 515 and also at 516, which is where our 50 EMA happens to be. Our current support's at 512.5. It's been going back and forth for the time being. It is attempting to rebound just a little bit, but we'll have to see how it reacts to resistance. And the odds do favor us kind of remaining range bound, in my personal opinion. Unless we lose 512, then we could turn back to bearish. But for now, we're still stuck within this range. For Tesla, I mentioned earlier that there's a possible head and shoulders like structure on Tesla, and to watch and see what happens when it tries to push. If we could break 175, or if we were able to break that, we could have turned back to bullish, but Tesla kind of failed to do so. And I told you all to watch the high. If we got a rejection, there's a possible head and shoulders. If we failed to get any sort of rejection, we just held up. It could have invalidated that position. But instead, the head and shoulders did end up playing out. We have a left shoulder here. We have this head, and we got this right shoulder. Kind of pushed up here and came back down in a very quick, swift move, all the way down to 168. So we have support in this 168 range, 167.8 to about 168, around that range. And we have support currently around, or not support, resistance currently at 170 to 170.5. And then we also have 172 above that, followed by 172.8, and then 175 above that. So with this head and shoulders like structure, we came down a bit. We're trying to rebound a little bit. So we're going to be watching to see how it reacts. As of right now, Tesla might remain within this range. So I think that the low from the day is going to likely hold as support, and we might just continue to shuffle in this 170 area and kind of follow SPY. Tesla may have had a full range move already. For the QQQ, just like what we saw on SPY, this ended up kind of pushing a bit, came down, now is trying to recover a little bit. So this is showing a little bit more strength, especially thanks to Nvidia. Look at resistance at 440. If we break through this, we could be looking for a move to 441.19, followed by 442. We have support at 439.61. And if we lose that, watch 438.84 and 438. As of right now, we have a nice kind of like accumulation structure, so it could push a little bit higher towards this imbalance. It's showing more strength than that of SPY. And this is especially, particularly thanks to Nvidia, which is looking bullish. We called out Nvidia looking bullish on a technical standpoint, and that is still helping the QQQ. So we're going to be looking to see if this thing could push a little bit higher. Watch this resistance right here, where this high was right here at just under 890 to 892. And if we break past 892, look for a bigger move up to 900. We have support also around 882. As of right now, the chart is looking a bit more bullish, and we have a nice accumulation that is developing. For Aapl, Apple's looking a bit more bullish. We're trying to push up higher very slowly. I did call out Apple might push higher. That is playing out. We're above 169, so we could slowly inch our way closer to 170. Might not be a very quick move. It might be very slow. We have supports currently at 168.73 to 169. Very critical, but overall, I am seeing more potential for this to go a little higher. For a few more out there, we have Super Micro attempting to push higher. We're at resistance currently at 942, but we could go a little higher towards 960. Still looks a little bit more bullish. For Amazon, Amazon came down a bit. Now we're testing resistance at 187, so it's showing a little bit of life for a nice accumulation structure, but it is still range bound between 185 and 187, so it's good push a little bit, but then watch resistance from there. Meta came down a bit, so we're looking at support at 519 and 518.32. This is because of some bearish news, but we're going to be looking to see if it remains in this range as well, just like Amazon. Supports around 517, resistance at 525. Could try to rebound a bit and then continue to trade within the range. Microsoft is showing a little bit more weakness. I was actually thinking it would hold up a little bit better. We came down to about 422. Now we're trying to rebound back to 424. Still kind of stuck. Could rebound a little bit higher. Could try to retest the 425 area, then come back down, just continue to shuffle. So a lot of stocks are just trading sideways. I'm still seeing this perpetuating. The VIX is still on an uptrend. It hasn't officially broken down yet. So we'll see how this ends up moving for the time being. But that's what I'm seeing on the charts. The market could attempt to remain range bound. Some charts are showing some strength, like Nvidia. Tesla's trying to recover a bit, but it's going to likely shuffle. So that's what I'm seeing for now. This is going to be a very, very quick update. So thank you all so much for listening. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thank you for listening, and peace out.